I'm sorry.
Okay. So I just got in, so recording. Okay. All right, Latoya, substitute the L is 200 over W in this formula. What do you get?
Hold on there, Miss Barbara, I'm coming. Let me just punch out.
Okay.
Hold on.
Let's see. I think I got, let's see. Okay, so we're recording. We're waiting for Latoya to come back and finish the substitution here. Okay, well, I'll continue. Latoya can catch up. The L is 200 over W. So for L, I'll put 200 over W. Okay, 2L and put W. So let's just bring that a little closer. Okay. And 2 times 200 is 400. So that becomes 400 over W. So let's just write that. P parameter equal 400. 2 times 200 is 400 divided by W. So let's put our W here. And this is plus 2W. Okay, now what does that look like? A, B, C, D. Let's bring this a little closer. Okay, now, so we have perimeter is 400 over the width plus 2 times the width. A, B, C, or D? Looks like C, right? Except we have the 2W first and then the 400 W, 400 over W, okay? Which is 400 over W. So the answer is C. And as I say, we could write this, let's just write this as putting the 2W first. So this would be 2W, put the W underneath the 400. So this would be 2W plus, and we have a plus here, plus 400 divided by W. So that's plus, put the W underneath the 400, and the 2W we put in the front so we can take it out of the back here. Any questions? Chastity is with family, so she can't talk. Latoya is signing out from the job. And Audrey is not on yet. So I want to go back through this again.
Barbara, she's coming on. I'm with Audrey.
Audrey's coming on? Okay.
Yeah, I'm on the phone with her, just helping her through it.
Okay. Okay. Latoya? Okay, let's go back through number 18. A rectangle of width W and length L has area 200 square inches. Remember, area is always square units. Express the perimeter P of the rectangle as a function of the rectangle's width. So first we write some formulas. Area equal length times width. A equals L times W. We were given the area as 200 square inches. So 200 equal L times W. Perimeter for a rectangle is 2 lengths added to 2 W's. Latoya, you back?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going back over this, all right? So you said what we were doing here, so I just put the formulas. Area equal length times width Then
Yeah.
that's you, Latoya, with the noise.
Yeah, you could speak.
Okay, so area, like you said, length times the width, A equals L times W. The area was given right here, 200 square inches. That was given in the problem. So the 200 square inches, which is the area, is length times the width. 200 is L times W. Perimeter, 2L plus 2W. Now, 200 is L times W. We can actually convert L in terms of W by dividing both sides, define L, divide both sides by W. So we get this one, L equals right here. Divide both sides by W, you get L is 200 over W. Then you take that L 200 over W, substituted in the perimeter formula. So that's 2 times 200 over W, which is what we have right here, plus 2W. 2 times 200 is 400. So that's 400 over W plus 2W. And all I did here was just put the 2W first, followed by the 400 over W. And in the answer C, they use the slash for division, and you can also use the underline here for division. Any questions on number 18? Latoya,
No.
you understand what you had to do then?
Yeah.
Okay, so you needed the two formulas. You needed the area one to solve for L in terms of W. You use this formula to get this L is 200 divided by W, right? Then you can
Yeah.
substitute that in the perimeter formula, 2L, which is 200 over W, plus 2W. Now
Yeah.
you have perimeter in terms of W, because you only have W in this formula. Okay, 2 times 200, 400 over W plus 2W. Put the 2W first, just so it matches what's in the answer. The answer has 2W plus 400 divided by W. And I had it here as the underline, which is the same as the slash. Both are division. Okay, let's go to number 19. Number 19 is an inequality. Latoya, did you do 19?
I didn't know how to do this one.
Okay, let's just take this inequality. And it says is equivalent to which of these? Now, if you substitute numbers in this and it comes out greater than 0, then you know that's correct. It can be equal. For if you substitute it and it cannot be greater than 0, then you know what? It doesn't match. Now, if you put a -2 here, what's a -2 times a -2?
-4.
And what's 4 times 2?
8.
Okay. And 8 times a -2 is what?
A -16.
Okay. So a -16, you have this is a -16. This would be, you said 4, that's 8. So you have a -16 and 8 plus 8. A -16 and a +16 gives you what?
0.
Right. And 0 is not greater than 0. So it cannot be, it cannot be equal to this one. So,
Uh-uh.
so what you do is substitute -2 for X. All right. And to do that, let's just copy this and put the -2 in there. We'll show you why that is not coming out greater than 0. So let's copy that. Put the -2 in for the X. So let's just put -2 for the X, -2 here for the X. Okay. 8 times -2. Take out the X, substitution of the variable. Okay, so -2 squared is 4, and 4 times 2 is 8. So this gives you 8. 8 times a -2 is a minus what, 16? Plus 8.
Plus 8, yeah.
Okay, so what's a -16? 8 minus 16 plus 8, Latoya, gives you what? What does this give you?
16.
8 minus 16 plus 8.
0.
0. So it's not greater than 0. So that means the answer is 8. It cannot be equal to -2 because when you substitute in, you don't get greater than 0, you get 0. So answer A cannot be equal to -2 because when you substitute -2 for the variable X, you get 0. And it says to be equivalent, it has to be greater than 0. In other words, this expression, when you substitute in the variable, has to be greater than 0. This is equal to 0, so it's A. Now, you could try these others. These others, you'll get what? Greater than 0. Because 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8. 8 times, well, this one, if you say less than 2, let's just say it's 1. 1 squared is 1, so that's 2 plus 8 times 1, that's 8, 10 plus 8, that's 8 plus 8 is 16 plus 2 is 18, and 18 is greater than 0. All right, and you can try the others, and they'll, when you add them up, you get greater than 0. But when you put in the -2, you don't get a value greater than 0. You get a value equals 0. So the answer is A. Is that clear? Latoya, you follow? Latoya? Okay, let's go to 20. Latoya, you
Yeah.
followed 19?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a substitution of the variable. And when you put the -2 in, you don't get a sum greater than 0. You get a sum equals 0. So
Okay.
that means it cannot be a -2 because you don't get a sum greater than 0 when you substitute in the -2.
Thank you.
All right, 20, Latoya, how would you solve 20? This is equal to, let me copy this and tell you what this is. This is 2x plus 2 times itself, right? So let's just copy this here. And this is 2x plus 2. And let me just take that out. Okay. And
Yes, I see.
okay, so this is 2x plus 1 times itself.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me take out the the square, because we're multiplying it by itself, which is square. So when you do this, you have 2x times 2x. What is that equal to, Latoya? What's 2x times 2x?
4x
4x what?
square.
4x squared, because you had to add the powers. 1, x to the 1, x to the 1. When you multiply, you add the powers. So this becomes 4x squared. So let's just copy our 4x squared. All right. So 2x times 2x is 4x squared. And what's 2x times 1?
2.
2 what?
2x square.
No, 2x times 1.
2.
2 what?
2.
No. Let me put it here. 2x times 1.
2x.
2x, that's right. That's equal to 2x, okay? Now, I take the 1. Notice I took the 2x, I multiplied it by 2x, 4x squared. 2x times 1, I got 2x. 1 times 2x, which is the same, right? So that's 1, except the just reverse of the order, right? So 1 times 2x will be equal to 2x, right?
Yeah.
And then 1 times 1 is what?
1.
That's right. 1 times 1 equal 1. Okay, so I have 2x twice, right? 2x plus 2x is what, Latoya?
4x.
That's right, 4x. So let's just bring this down. Okay. And this would be plus 4x. And then 1 times 1 is what? 1.
1.
So let's just put 1. So what's the answer?
I said it was C. No.
What's the answer?
It was A.
A, that's right.
I know I
A.
did this one, but I must have forgot which one
Yeah,
to pick.
there's the
'Cause I
answer
did
right
this
there.
one.
There it is right there.
Yeah.
4x squared plus 4x plus 1, which is A. 4x squared plus 4x plus 1.
Yeah.
That's number 20. Okay, so let's go to 21. Okay, number 21. Okay. Solve the inequality. Let's just put this together. How would you solve this inequality,
Where is
Latoya?
it?
21. What would you do first? What would you do first? Let me just copy the
You're gonna
inequality.
add 5 on both sides.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah, because I
Excellent.
remember I did this one.
You did this
I did
one,
my
right?
homework. I just remember. I didn't
Okay.
remember I did it.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
did it. Add
But I didn't
5
remember.
to both sides. It was too easy, right? Okay, add 5 to both sides, and that would give you, let's just copy that. Add the 5 to the left and add it to the right. Plus 5, and add the right plus 5. What do you get on the left, Latoya?
7x.
Okay, let's see. You get, let's see, 7x. Let's see. Okay, let me copy this, and then you say you got 7x, and take out our 5s because they add up to 0. So that would be 7x left on the left side. Okay. And what's on the right side? 9 plus
14.
5. And that's 14. 9 plus 5. Let's just copy that and put our 14 in. Okay, so that'd be 7x less than or equal 14. Then what do we do next, Latoya?
Divide
That's it.
7
Perfect.
both sides.
That's right. Divide both sides by 7. And what do you get?
X equal 2.
Okay,
No.
divide both sides.
By it
Not
should
equal
be
now. These are inequalities, right?
equally have for the answer. But I think the sign change. Don't it, Miss Barbara?
No.
Oh, not this one, the sign change?
Did we divide by -1?
No.
Okay, so divide both sides by 7. Let's just see here.
Yeah, but you
7.
only have equal.
Okay, that might be an error.
Yeah, you didn't have the sign. But
No,
I know it's
this,
2.
yeah, these shouldn't be equal. They should be the greater, the less than or equal.
Mm.
Okay, so let's just put this closer. Okay, so you just get, this becomes then X,
X.
right? And less than or equal sign.
Mhm.
So we put that here, less than or equal. And 14 divided by 7 is 2. Now, these inequalities here, let's just change them because they should be less than or equal. Less than or equal, not equal.
Barbara, Audrey is on now, but she needs to unmute herself.
Okay. So less than or equal,
Yeah.
and less than or equal. Because with an inequality, inequalities just do not have equal signs.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. So the answer
It's
less than or
C.
equal, that's it. The answer would be C. Answer C. Okay. Good, you
You
did
gotta
that.
fix it, Miss Barbara,
Which one?
because the less than is so small. Somebody might not be able to understand.
Okay, let's do
Do it
this.
a little bigger.
Let's make it bigger. Yeah, I had been increasing the size of these because they're
Yeah.
kind of hard to see sometimes.
Yeah.
And let's make this like that better.
Yeah.
Okay, so we made it a bigger, larger font. Okay, so the answer then is C, which is X less than or equal to 2.
2.
Questions?
No, I did that one. So
Okay.
as if that's the first time I did that inequality.
Hey, that's great. That
Because I
is
couldn't
great.
understand when it's less than or equal sign. That sign always threw me off. I was like, I don't know how to
Okay.
do this part.
Well, less, just remember less, the point is to the left. That little point there is to the left.
But the question I have to ask you, when does you know when to change the sign?
Oh,
That's the part I was getting
you mean
confused about.
you mean to
too.
change the not to change the sign, you mean to change the inequality symbol?
Yeah. When do you know how to when to change it?
When you change it when you divide or multiply by a negative.
Oh, because I want to try to remember that part.
Yeah, it's you have to either divide by a negative or multiply by a negative.
Okay.
And you didn't do that here. You didn't divide by a negative number. So you have to, it could be a number or it could be a variable. So when you divide by a negative term, which a term could be a variable or it could be a number or it could be a combination of a variable and a number. But it only works for multiplication and division. Not for adding and subtracting.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now 22, actually 22, you can do this mental math, right? How would you do it mental math? You could do it ratio proportion, or you could do mental math. How would you do it ratio? Well, let's see, mental math. How would you do it? Audrey, are you on? Audrey?
I see where you're at.
Audrey's on mute. You see now, Latoya, the scale of a map? of Texas is 2 inches. It's
Yeah,
45 miles. If you measure the distance from Dallas to Martin County, it's 14.4 inches. Approximately how far is Martin County from Dallas?
You're gonna
So,
put inches over inches.
no, okay, so I'll put here, you can use, you have 2 ways of doing it, ratio
Ratio.
and proportion, or mental math. How would you do it in mental math?
Multiply.
Multiply what?
Um, 2 inches by 45 miles.
No. How could you do it mental math?
I like think the ratio way. Cause I don't,
Okay, well, tell me, how would you do it ratio proportion?
it's like
How would you set it up?
inches to 14.4 inches.
Okay,
2 inches over 14.4 inch.
okay, 2 inches. Okay, so you want to put this over 14.4. Okay, so let's put 2 inches. Oh boy. 2 inches over 14.4 inches. So let's put that there. 14.4 inches. And that's good to put your units, so that way you don't get them.
Confused.
That's right. Okay. Now that's equal what, Latoya?
X over 45.
Which one are you looking for?
Let me see. You're looking for miles.
Yeah, you're measuring the distance. This is 2 inches over 14.4 inches, and 2 inches is how many miles?
I don't know.
No, right here, 2 inches, 45 miles.
5 miles. Yeah.
Okay, so here
It's
you
gonna be
have
45 over X.
45 miles. Okay, and your unknown you're calling
I
X.
said, yeah, maybe a 648. I don't know.
Audrey?
Yeah,
Okay, you following? We on 22.
yeah, I following.
Okay, so Latoya is set up the ratio. Do you agree with her ratio setup? Audrey, is that correct? 2 inches, 14.4 inches, 2 inches equivalent to 45 miles. What number of miles is equivalent to 14.4 inches? So what would you do next? Audrey, what would you do next?
Cross multiply.
Okay, good. Who's rattling paper?
Huh?
You rattling paper?
Audrey.
That's me because I have to get my paperwork that I can see what I'm looking at. How I do mine, right?
Okay, so tell me what to write when you cross multiply. What do you get, Audrey? When you cross
14.
multiply?
I get 685. 648, sorry.
No, I didn't ask for the answer. I want to know what you get when you cross multiply.
Oh. Okay.
When you cross multiply, what do you get? 2 times X, right? 2 times X.
It's 2.
2X, no, 2X.
Mm-hmm.
And you have 45 times 14.4.
Okay,
Right?
45.
What's 45 times 14.4? 45 times 14.
652.
What do you get?
652.
Let's see. Latoya, did you
648.
45 times
648.
14.4?
Oh, you 5. Yeah, 4, 648. Because that's
Okay.
where I get it for my answer.
45 times 14.4. You got 648.
Yeah, D. Mm-hmm.
But you
That's
got
right.
a 2x there, Audrey. How do you get that? How do you get D?
Huh?
You have to solve this for x. 2 times what number is 648?
D.
No. You got 2 times x, and x is the number of miles equivalent to 14.4 inches. So
All
you
right.
got to solve. How would you solve this for x? What would you do?
Subtract from 2 from both sides.
No. 2 times x is a multiplication.
Oh, divide.
That's
Divide.
right. What are you going to
Yeah,
divide by?
Divide by 2.
That's it. So what's your answer?
324.
That's right.
Hmm.
Divide both sides
Yeah.
by 2. And x
That's what I didn't do. See,
equal
I didn't find for X. That's
324.
right.
Okay, x is 324, which is
Answer
answer
B.
B. Is that what you
Yeah.
had, Latoya?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, Audrey, you put an answer
Yeah, what
that's
happened is
there.
I didn't fight for the X. You see, I didn't
What?
do the other part for the X.
Yeah, but you can't leave it right here because this is
Yeah.
said 2 times some unknown number that Latoya
Yeah.
called x
Mm-hmm.
is 648. So that only number is half of 648, which is 324.
Mm.
And they gave you a 648 answer, but that's like part of the,
Right.
you only halfway through the problem,
Halfway,
right?
yes.
Yeah, you got to divide both sides by 2 and you get 324. Now, how could you solve this mental math?
14.4.
Audrey, you know how you could solve this? How could you solve this mental math?
You mean the same sum we just did?
Yeah, how could you solve it another way? Mental math was say. Well, if 2 inches is 45 miles, what is 1 inch? Latoya, what would 1 inch be?
22 and a half.
That's
2.5.
right. That's it.
2.5.
So if, okay, so let's just write what we just said. Okay. If 2 inches equal 45 miles, okay, 1 inch equal 22.5 miles. All right, so now you have 22.5 miles is 1 inch. So you can take this 14.4 inches. So you can take that 14.4 inches and multiply it
By
20.
14.4.
that 14.4
Yeah, I get the answer.
times 22.5.
And equal to 324.
That's right, 324. So that's another way you could have done it, because you could have found, since you know what 2 inches equal, then 1 inch would just be half that, right?
I did this last night, though. I didn't get to it.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could do ratio proportion, or you could find how many miles would be equivalent to 1 inch. That's like Latoya say, half of 45, 22.5. Then you can multiply the 22.5 times the 14.4. Right? And that gives you 324. Okay, let's go to number, that was 22. Let's
Yeah.
go to 23. Audrey, did you solve 23?
I didn't even get to the word. I didn't even get to that.
Okay,
I was doing the practice test.
all right. Well, tell me, how would you solve it?
I never only get it Friday.
Okay. Well, let's just do it now. Okay. What would you do first?
Do parentheses. Multiply the parentheses.
So what do you get, Latoya?
6x minus 18.
Okay, excellent. 6x minus 18. That's equal to what's on the right?
4x plus 4.
X plus 4.
You're gonna combine like terms.
All right, Latoya. So what do I write?
So you're gonna put the 4x over this side.
Gonna put what?
No, you're gonna add 18 on both sides. Sorry,
Okay, you want to add 18? Okay, add
on both sides.
18 to both sides. All right. So let's just do that. Let's just take this equation and add 18 to both sides. So let's just copy this and add 18 to both sides. So got it here. Add 18 on the left. So that's plus 18. And then that. Audrey, what are you doing with your paper? Okay. And what do you get on the left, Latoya? What do you get on the left?
6x.
Okay, so you just get 6x minus 18 plus 18 is 0. So
Yeah.
you get 6x. And what do you get on the right side?
22.
What are you doing?
No.
You're throwing away your 4x?
It's equal 4x plus 22.
That's right, 4x plus 22. Now, what do you need to get together? What terms you need to get together here?
You gotta find LCD to divide
No.
all of them.
Well, you don't have to do that. You can, but you have two terms there you can get to. How do you get the 4x on the left side?
You gotta add it.
That would give you, if you add it, you get 10x.
Yeah, combine like terms.
So how would you get the 4x on the left side? It's being added on the right. So what would you do, Latoya?
Add it again, add 4x.
Why would you add it? It's being added on the right. Opposite of addition is subtraction.
You subtract, I mean.
Okay, subtract 4x from both sides. All right, let's do that. You can see your answer. What's your answer?
See, 11, I did it.
Okay, all right. Is that what you
Yeah.
got, Audrey?
I think she said she never do it.
No, I mean, she's following.
Oh.
Okay,
What
And-
number is that? 20.
minus 4x. So you get what? 2x equal
She said that's number what?
22. And then x
23.
Equal 11.
x equal 11. Because you're dividing both sides by 2.
No.
Audrey,
Yep.
23. Any questions?
Page number 23. This is on, what number is that? 23 on what page? This is the number 5 college thing.
Yeah, this number 5, algebra, college algebra. 6, you see
Five?
this?
I never know. You gotta
Make-
take off.
Let me make this.
Okay, so they got me at work. Do it on. Can't do this.
Okay. Make that a little bigger. Okay. Okay. That's 6 times expression x minus 3 equal 4x plus 4.
Oh my God, I just saw that. I don't know what we're looking at.
And are you looking at 23, Audrey?
On what paper am I looking at? Which paper that is?
College algebra number 5.
Number 5A or 5B? I don't know. I got two parts.
What numbers on B?
Let me see 5A. Let me look and see what you got for me.
Well, I think when I sent that to you, we hadn't gotten this far. Right? It was 5A and B at the time, but I think we hadn't gotten this far, right? What's the numbers on 5B? Audrey? Audrey? You on mute? Audrey, you on mute? Okay, let's continue. Any questions on this, Latoya?
No, remember I told you I did
Yeah,
it.
you
I
did
remember
this
I
one.
did this
Okay,
one.
so you did this one. Okay. Okay, let's go to number 24. Okay, number 24. All right. And so Audrey, any questions on 23? You were on mute when I was talking. Audrey,
Yeah,
questions on 23? You see 23?
yeah, I just see it. I
Okay.
ain't get to do this work.
Well, that may, when I sent you that work, I think we hadn't gotten this far.
Huh?
I don't think, what's your last number on 5B?
35.
Okay, so then you have a 23 then, right?
23.
You don't see number 23?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
I see it, yes.
Solve for X, right?
Yes.
6 times X minus 3 equal 4X plus 4. And what
Okay.
Latoya said, do PEMDAS, what's in parentheses. So she took the 6 and multiplied it times the X minus 3. 6 times X is 6X, and 6 times minus 3 is minus 18. And that's equal to what was on the right, 4X plus 4. Then she combined the like terms. She had 18 to both sides, and you got 6X equal 4X plus 22. Subtracting the 4X, you get 2X on the left and 22 on the right. And dividing by 2, X is half of 22, which is 11. Any questions, Audrey, on 23?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's look at number 24. Now, 24, I want you to picture a rectangle cut into 2 squares.
I do that.
Each have an area of 25. Okay, so you have a rectangle cut into 2 squares. Each has an area of 25. Latoya, did you do this one?
I didn't get to this one.
Okay, all right, but let's just let's do a whiteboard on this one. Okay, so here's the rectangle. There's the rectangle. And here are the squares that make up the rectangle. It's cut into 2 parts.
Yeah.
A square here and a square here. And what did we say about the square?
It's 25.
25. Audrey, what are you doing? Audrey?
Searching
Yes.
through papers.
You gotta mute yourself when you're fumbling papers because it makes a lot of noise.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, when you're moving the papers, it makes a lot of noise. Okay. So you have a rectangle cut into 2 squares, right? Now, what do we know about a square, Latoya?
The area of a square? No, the square have 4 sides.
4
4
sides.
equal sides.
And what do we know about the sides?
They're all equal.
All
They're
are same
all-
equal.
They're all equal, right? Which
Right,
means if this square is 25, I think that's what they gave us as the area, right? If they're 25, what's the length of this side, Audrey?
25.
No, that's the area. Area's length times the width. What's the size of this length?
You mean the whole side?
Yeah, from here to
50.
here. No. If the area
6.25.
no, area is length times
Times width. Yes.
width, right? And for a square, all sides are equal. If this is equal to 25, right? What's the length of the side of the square?
$12 and a half.
No,
12 and a
no,
half.
no. We're not talking perimeter. We're talking length times the width. What numbers multiply to give you 25?
5.
5, that's right, because we said they are a square, the length and the width are equal. So this is a 5 and this is a 5, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is a 5 and this is a 5 because all the sides are equal. You got it? So picture in your mind, you got a rectangle cut in equal pieces, and each piece is a square. So that means all your sides are equal. So you have that picture in your mind, right?
30.
Yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to our new share. Okay, so it's cut in half and it says, what is the perimeter? What is the perimeter of the original rectangle? Now, perimeter is, we said that before, right? Perimeter
The length.
equals 2, no, rectangle is 2
Length.
L.
Width.
Okay, let me. Okay. Get rid of this. Okay. Okay. Perimeter P equal, and we said that in an earlier problem. That's equal to what? Latoya, you said it before. 2
2 lengths plus 2 widths.
2L plus 2W. Okay, let me make this bigger. Okay, this is. Okay, let me make it at a big L. Let's do it here. 2L plus 2W. Okay. Now, what's the length of the rectangle? Remember, I put on the whiteboard. What's the length of the rectangle, Latoya?
5. 5.
What's the length?
5 times 5, 25.
No. Okay, let's go back to the whiteboard. What's the length of this rectangle?
20.
No,
10.
10,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
That's 10.
Oh, she
And the
what she
width
showed you there.
is 5. This is the
Okay.
rectangle. So the length is 10, 5 plus 5. The width is 5. Okay, so let's go back to our new share. Go back to our worksheet. So substitute in the length. This is going to be what? Let's see if I can. bring this.
2L
So what would this be, Latoya? P equals,
equal
and
2L.
you said it was 2L, and what is L?
5
No, you just
10.
told me 10. 10, okay.
plus
What's the width? What was the
Two.
width? What was the
5.
width? 5, that's right. And then when we add this together, what do you get?
20,
Plus what?
10, 30. The answer is C. as
C,
in Charlie.
that's right. So your P would be equal to 20 plus 10 equal 30. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, so that would be your answer. Make that bigger. Okay, so that's why I want you to see the picture, to see those two squares make up the rectangle, and squares, if we know the area of a square, then we know the length of the side. Audrey, what are you doing with the paper?
I ain't doing anything.
Oh, okay.
You not heard me.
Oh, that was huge.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry, Audrey. Latoya is joining the club. So did you follow this problem with the rectangle and the squares?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so when you draw a picture, it is clearer because the picture shows you the two squares making up the rectangle. So the rectangle is going to be the length of the two squares, and that's why you have 10, 5 plus 5. And then the width of that rectangle is just 5, which is also the width of the square because they are the same size, right? Questions? 24.
So
Okay. So, oh boy, we almost, okay. Maybe we can do 25. Let's see, who can do 25? Let me
I
bring
think that
it.
one is mental math.
You can probably do mental math. Well, first, let's set it up. Now I'm gonna give you a chance to read it. You tell me how to set it up. Audrey, you read it, tell me how to set it up. Now they told you Mary's age is M, right? M equal Mary's age. Okay, little m. All right. How do you write Joe's current age is 5 times Mary's age 10 years ago? How would you write Joe's age? How would you write Joe's age? How would you translate the words to the math?
M5, Joe's current age.
Is 5
Five
times
M.
Mary's
5 times
age
M.
10 years
5.
ago?
5 X M, 5 times M. 5.
Now use M for Mary's age.
So
Joe's current age is
is
this.
5X,
This
right?
is, no, use
5M,
M. Use M
5M.
for Mary. Okay.
Right, 5M.
This is what I want you to translate to the math. Okay. So what would that be? Audrey, Latoya, what would it be?
5x, 5m. And 5m.
5 times Mary's age 10 years ago. How would I write that?
5m plus 10.
No, 5 times is a multiplication.
5m.
What would I write?
5m times 10.
It says 5 times Mary's age 10 years ago. How would I write Mary's age 10 years ago? Mary's age is M. I'm asking you now, how do I write Mary's age 10 years ago?
10y.
No.
I don't know.
What would Mary's age be 10 years ago?
10 times m.
No.
Okay.
10 years ago, is that adding, subtraction, multiplication, division? Which one, Audrey?
Subtraction.
That's right, subtraction. So tell me what to write.
Huh?
You got it right. So tell me what to write. Mary's age 10 years ago would be M what? What
M.
follow? Subtraction. Tell me the subtraction. Minus. Wonderful. Okay.
10.
10. That's it. No, that's it. Mary's age 10 years ago would be Mary's age minus 10, right? And if Joe's age is 5 times Mary's age, it will be 5. That's a multiplication.
5 times.
Go ahead. Mary's
5.
age 10 years ago.
5 times m minus 10.
That's
5.
it. That's it. You got it. That's it. 5 times, there's the 5 for the multiplication, times Mary's age 10 years ago would be Mary's age minus 10. And what is that equal to, Audrey? What is 5 times m minus 10?
Okay, let me see.
Multiply what's in parentheses by the 5. What do you
5.
get, Audrey?
50 minus 5
No. What's
5
5?
minus 50
What's 5 times m?
is 5m
5m, right?
minus 50.
Yes, that's it. 5m minus 50. And what answer is that?
C.
That's it. You got it. See how you figured that out, Audrey?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 10 years ago, you're going to have to subtract 10 from Mary's age, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Joe's age, it says 5 times. So that's a multiplication times Mary's age 10 years ago, which we said is m minus 10. So 5 multiplied by m minus 10 is 5m. 5 times minus 10 is minus 50. And that matches answer C. Questions?
That one, Miss Barbara. Remember I told you I did that one, it was C.
Oh, you did. Oh, yeah, you did that
Yeah,
one. Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
did that one.
All right. So let's look at homework. Well, you have until tomorrow to send me your math.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it.
Work.
I'm gonna put
Okay.
it together.
Okay.
Because
So,
no matter what, try to print it the right way, it come out the wrong way.
okay.
They get mixed up. And then I'm
What?
confused.
Oh, what? Are trying to print it?
Yeah.
Oh, so
I don't
send
know. He used
your
to print it okay, but now he print it crazy. I don't know why.
so send me your college algebra practice. All right. And let's see. Okay, 20. Well, we stopped we did 25. So homework.
26.
Okay, 26, 27, 28, and 29. So homework 27.
No, 26.
Oh, was it, we stopped at 25? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
26, 27. What else?
The last one we did was 25. So it's 26,
Mhm.
27, 28, and 29. That's homework.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, when we finish up this sheet, we'll be going into functions. That's Latoya's favorite.
Yeah, I don't like algebra. Too much
Yeah,
complication.
Audrey Latoya likes functions. She said, if you had given me that as a function, I would have gotten it right. Latoya likes functions.
I,
Oh,
like,
do
I
I like
understand
that's confusing
function better. I don't like.
Okay.
It's not a function. Do it. You and it was like Campbell. You couldn't get it done.
Okay,
Yes.
you can do functions, Audrey. No problem. Okay, so you know your homework. What's your homework, Latoya?
26, 27, 28,
29.
29.
And your algebra practice sheet is due by tomorrow. Okay.
Miss Barbara, I
Yeah.
sent him when I make a mistake. So I sent about the answer to you, so you can check it for me.
Okay, you sent me, and you sent one that you had incorrect. You said,
Yeah,
what was the
because I was
one
on
you
the bus, and when I checked my sheet again, I realized I put the wrong number for number 19.
Okay, now
So
what
I
was the
changed it
one
back.
you
I
said
put it to
you
the right
couldn't
thing.
send? And what was the one you said you couldn't send me the answer?
Oh, the one with the. Okay, let me see what it is. Let me tell you
Something
first.
you said you couldn't send me the answer.
I can't say because I didn't know how to write it. I didn't know how to write it in the.
Which one? 21?
It is 21. Yes.
Yeah. Well, it's just a number. I say,
Huh?
what is the degree of the polynomial?
Seven.
And-
I put 7c square. 7c
no.
to the 6. 7c to the 6th power.
Do you know how to find degree?
No. No,
Latoya.
I didn't know if you found degree. No.
Yeah, we went through that.
Yeah, but I don't know
I
how
have
to
to
put it
look
on my
over
phone. I
that
didn't know how
because I
to
didn't remember.
No, we went through that. You add up the powers, and the one with the highest would be the degree.
Oh.
The exponents, add them up.
Okay.
Whatever term has the highest number, that's the
That's
degree.
the degree.
Right. And the leading coefficient would be whatever number is in front of that term that had the highest degree. You follow, Audrey? Okay. Well,
You said the coefficient is the highest number,
the coefficient, the leading coefficient,
right?
would be the number in front of the term that has
Right.
the highest degree.
Right.
Okay.
So you have to add up all of them.
Wait just a minute. I want to give you an example. Okay. Okay. Let me give you an example. Okay. All right. Let me take this one. Okay. I just want to give you an example to make sure you know how to do it, because you can have more in a term, you can have more than one variable, right? So, and we went through this. Okay. So, all right, let's take here. I'll put this here. Okay, so this is 4x squared. And let me put here y. And let me put okay, 3. And I'll put 4x and put another power on this. Okay, 2. And okay, put okay, and put z. Four, right? Okay, then I ask you, what's the highest degree? What would you say?
4Z. Z4.
No, you add up the powers. This says 2 plus 3 is 5. This says 2 plus 4 is 6. So highest degree, and let's make this a 7 because I don't want them the same. Okay, so the highest degree, let me make that bigger. Okay, the highest degree would be 6 because this is 2 plus 3 is 5. This is 2 plus 4 is 6. So the highest degree is 6. You add up the powers in the
Oh,
term. Okay, now
uh-huh.
the leading coefficient, that's the number in front of the term that they have the highest degree. And what is that number? 7.
7.
That's it.
7.
So that's how you do that. You remember now we went through it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you
didn't
add
remember.
up, I don't know if you were on when we went through it, but anyway, you add up the powers on the variables. And the one that has the highest number, that's the degree. That's a 6. The
Mhm.
coefficient, the number in front of the term that has the highest power, is the leading coefficient. Now 4 is a coefficient, 7 is a coefficient, but 7 is the coefficient in front of the term with the highest power, which is 6. Highest degree 6, leading coefficient 7. Any questions on how you find it? So Audrey, all you have to do is just, I left a blank there. You just tell me what
Okay,
the
you said
highest.
the highest is the 6 in front of the coefficient. That's what you said?
No, the highest degree is the sum of the powers. 2
Oh,
plus
the
4.
sum. Okay.
Yeah, you add up the powers, and the term that has the highest number, when you add up all the powers, the exponents, that's the highest degree. 4 plus 2, 6. This one is not because it's less than 6, 3 plus 2. The leading coefficient is the coefficient in front of the term with the highest degree, and that's the 7. You got it, Audrey?
Hold on, wait, gonna forget. So
Okay.
you said in front of the term is of the highest degree?
Say what you said, Audrey.
You said in front of the term is the what?
In front of the term that has the highest degree is the leading coefficient. See, that 7 is the coefficient in front of this term, 7x to the second, z to the 4th. When I add up these powers, I get 6. That's my highest degree in this polynomial expression. All right, that's my highest degree, because when I add up the powers, this term gives me the highest number, 4 plus 2, which is bigger than 3 plus 2. The leading coefficient is the coefficient in front of the term with the highest degree, and that's the 7.
Okay.
You got it?
I think so.
So if I gave you like 7 terms, you know, then you've got to add up the powers on each term, and the one that has the highest number, that's the degree. That number is your highest degree. So if it adds up to 10, then your 10 is your highest degree. Questions?
Okay. All right. I hope I can remember that.
And then the coefficient, well, this will be part of what I'm sending you. I mean, this session. So it will be there. So you can see that you added the 2 to 4, you got 6, bigger than the 2 plus 3. So 7x to the second, z to the 4th is your term with the highest degree. The number in front of this is the leading coefficient. The leading coefficient is always the number in front of the term that has the highest degree. Got it?
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we'll stop here, And so now you can answer that, Audrey. You can send me the answer for that one. You said you didn't know how to text it. All I need is a number, because I say, what's the highest degree? All I need is
And
the
then it
number.
asks for the, and then it asks for the coefficient too.
Yeah, and then the ask for leading coefficient. That's another number. So all you
Right.
need to do is send me 2 numbers. One for the highest degree and one for the leading coefficient.
Okay, so leading coefficient, one in front of
right.
it. Okay.
Okay, so, all right, so I will be sending you what we went over today, and I will be putting the session on YouTube. All right,
All right.
Okay.
so long, everybody.
All right. Thank
So
you.
long.
Have a good evening.
All right,
Thank you.
okay, bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a good one. Bye-bye.